Gives him a new set of downs. Down carry for Henry, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And tough starting field position here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Nine yards to go. It's third down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Ready,
Now it's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. On first down, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Wilson to throw. Well, they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And
he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Wilson now to throw again. Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go read option with Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They begin with Henry, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Check, tight right. Hold on there, check that out.
Now Ryan on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Back to throw here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all in the communication. Was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff working right. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Again, it's Henry. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action. It's Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Ryan on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 38.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And bulldozing his way through. And look out, I think he's going to go. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough, because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, That's the best way to defend it, but there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. As they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. This time Wilson will throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Manning. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Hoping for a 4th down stop. Instead, they flinch and move the chains.
Flinch, jump, not watching the ball. All the sins that you're not supposed to commit, they come into play there.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. It's over.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action with Ryan. Looking left side, and it's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Here's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Robert Quinn able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Ryan. This one caught left side by Cooper. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Vikings. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a handoff here to his running back. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Halfback sent in motion. On third down, Wilson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Wilson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Manning. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go play action now. Wilson steps away. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Franks to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And out now come the Vikings. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Third and long. It's Ryan. And some room to work. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll run it again with Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The slot man in motion right. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And he's got some space here. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win here means it'll be a...